Hello, my lovely Taurus friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to be looking at your full moon energy, what is kind of coming to the surface. We're at the peak of the cycle. And so we're going to look at what kind of that has brought forward for you and possibly what you may need to be releasing to prepare yourself for the next cycle. So I'm going to ask my pendulum which deck we're going to be using today. Okay, we're going with the Vivid Journey. All right, so if you're new here, my name is Melissa, and I do tarot readings based on the new moon energy and the full moon energy. So what we are looking at for the full moon is, well, like I said earlier, the the culmination of the intentions that you've put out there. What is coming to the surface and what may need to be released in order to start a new cycle at the next new moon. So our full moon is, oh boy, these are slippery cards. Our full moon is going to be happening March 9th. So we're going to be looking at the next 2 weeks after that, just approximately. You know, time is fluid, so, you know, it could come in sooner, it could be delayed, you know, time is time. Man-made construct. And we're going to look at that time period up until around the new moon, which is March 24th, I believe. So, all right. What do we have for Taurus? What is Taurus's current energy? Taurus's current energy, please. Okay. We have the Five of Cups. Okay. So I feel like we're kind of like maybe focusing in the wrong direction a little bit here. Let's see. Let's get some more on Taurus's energy. Taurus's energy. What is Taurus dealing with right now? Okay. Ah, okay. Yeah. Time to turn that ship around. Taurus's current energy, please. Okay. Okay. So we have the Five of Cups. Okay. Kind of focusing on the ones that, you know, are floating off. You know, they're kind of just floating off in this deck. But, but you have these sparkly, shiny things right here behind you. But you're kind of just looking at like the one that got away, kind of, but got away from what exactly? So kind of focusing in the wrong direction. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like it's time to, like, you know, take the bull by the horns, Taurus. But it's kind of, you know, like shifting that direction back into your favor. I feel like and the way they are on the table is also, he's looking away from the wheel. So I feel like that's definitely an indicator that, you know, if you just turned around, you would see this fortune right here. You would see these sparkly, shiny objects but you're too focused on the ones that are mysteriously floating off into nothing. Then we have the Nine of Wands, which is kind of, you know, it's when you ever get in a situation where you have so many things to do that you just can't start. Like, I feel like that's the energy I'm getting with especially with this one right here. I'm getting it, you know, like I have all these things to do right here. I just don't know which one to choose, which one to go with, what's, you know, so I'm just going to sit here and do nothing while all of those things, and they're going to just continue to stack up until you get to the Ten of Wands, which is him like burdensomely, that's a word, carrying this full load of wands, sticks, whatever. There, you know, it like if you don't deal with it now, it's just gonna keep piling up. That's kind of what I'm getting. So I feel like it's really needing to deal with some emotions, kind of shifting your view just a little bit to another direction. I feel like avoiding, and I don't think it's purposeful avoiding. I don't, you know, I think it's just a lack of realizing what's behind you. You know, like you're too focused on. I hate to be like this, but it's very cliche, but you're just too focused on the negativity, and you're not being grateful for the stuff that's, you know, that's right there. Like literally those cups are closer to him physically, but he can't see them because he's looking at the ones that are like getting farther and farther away, you know, but they're right there. And same with the Wheel of Fortune. It's right behind him and he's not looking, and it's just like, why aren't you just grateful for what you have? And I hate to be cliche like that, but I feel like that's where energy is right now. It's kind of looking, see her, here we go. Looking off into that direction, also looking off into that direction. It's just kind of like you need to focus your attention elsewhere because there are many good things around you, but I feel like you're failing to notice them. All right. That's current energy. Let's do, what can we do now? Oh boy. And it's still face down. I'll be right back. What do we have here? The Six of Pentacles. Okay, that will help. I feel like that will help. Oh, geez. Okay, I'm back. I feel like that'll help. Okay, what else can Taurus do to shift focus a little bit? And don't fly across the room again, please. Everybody saw that I was wearing my pajama pants. Ah, yeah. Okay. One more card. Okay, this one. Yep. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Yeah. And the Six of Swords. Swords. Whatever. That's how it's spelled. Somebody with an accent speaking in my ear, maybe. Okay, so Six of Pentacles is kind of like being generous, but being careful with where, because the scale is still kind of imbalanced, okay? Not being generous and being giving with not just money, but with your time. You're putting your time, I feel like, into the wrong hands, kind of. You know, it's very unbalanced. But, you know, the Ten of Cups is right next to that, okay? So I feel like you can... I feel like you have the potential to be happy if you focused. So it's the Ten of Cups is right below the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Six of Pentacles right below the Five of Cups, which is also kind of imbalanced if you think about it, because he does have the ones that are, you know, kind of leaving. He's leaving those, but they're right here. So that's kind of an imbalance too. And then you have the Six of Pentacles, which is the generosity but giving too much to the wrong place is how I'm seeing it. Then next to that, we have the Wheel of Fortune above the Ten of Cups. And those are both fabulous cards. Those are both good fortune, happiness, fairy tale ending. Those are all right there behind it. And it's just being focused in the wrong direction. What you can do. Six of Swords. This is the, I'm phrasing somebody from one of my tarot groups. I don't know if I should say her name, but you know who you are if you're watching this. This is the get on the boat bitch card, okay? That is not my term. I'm stealing it, borrowing it from somebody that I admire in another tarot group, but this is the get on the boat bitch. Get on the boat. It's again, what did I say before? Taking the bull by the horns, it's like the helm of a ship. Get on the boat, steer it in the direction that it should be going in. I feel like really you're just putting your time and energy into the wrong thing. I don't feel it's romantic. I mean, we do have two cup cards on here. Everything else is pretty balanced, but I feel like it's you're putting emotions into things that are not supposed to be emotional. That's kind of what I just heard in a roundabout sort of way. It's putting emotions into something that, you know, okay, so I feel like if it's a work situation, you're getting too emotional about it and you're focusing in the wrong direction. You're focusing on your emotions instead of the task at hand, or vice versa. If it's a relationship issue that you're struggling with, it's, you know, you're putting your emotion in the wrong place. You're not putting the emotion into the relationship. You're putting the emotion into the wrong, you know, into work, or, you know, like it's really, I feel, imbalanced. And what we can do to kind of work on it, that's kind of what's coming up here, is, you know, change directions. I feel like maybe even a vacation. Those clouds. I don't know if I would suggest flying right now with all the stuff that's going on, but I feel like that definitely, well, there's clouds and then the wheel. Okay, I'll show you what I'm talking about in here. So we have the wheel, which is, represents, it resembles, that's the word, resembles, the helm of a ship, what they would use to steer a ship. Then we have this boat, right? But I see these clouds, like there's some waves down here, but clouds. I'm getting the sky. I'm getting like taking a trip. Now, I don't know if it would be a boating trip, but I the clouds kind of like trip, like leaving town, getting out of your normal routine to help kind of change your focus. Okay. That's kind of what I'm seeing. It's really just shift your focus. Shift your focus. Look at something else. Ooh, okay, yep. While I was talking, we got the Seven of Cups, which is unfocused, energy, overwhelmed, having too many choices, not knowing which way to go. Once you do pick a cup, you don't know what's gonna be in it. It could be something great, like, I feel like that's actually the Tower card, but it could be something nice. It could be a new love, but it could also be a snake, and you don't know until you get there. So I feel like getting out of town is the way to kind of refocus yourself. You need to have your attention drawn in. Okay, I feel like there's two things, right? You're looking at this, but this is right here. So I feel like there's a third option. And I feel like if you are getting away from those two options, you'll be able to see more clearly which one of these deserves your time, energy, focus, affection, whatever the case may be for you. But I feel like you're too close to these two things. You're too close to both of these. And if you just stepped away and hopped your happy ass on a boat somewhere and got away, you would literally put physical distance between, the two things that are feeling, that you're either not noticing and focusing on this. Getting away will help you focus and see the things that you're missing because you're too busy focusing on over here. I hope that made sense. But yes, let's see what the potential outcome will be if you are able to step away, get out of your own way. I just heard, if you're able to get out of your own way, literally physically relocate yourself for a short period of time, just so that other things can kind of come into focus for you. I feel like you're laser pointed on something that's really not for you, but there's other things that are coming up, but you're so focused on this one thing that you're not seeing the other opportunities that are being presented. And I feel like if you kind of step yourself out of that, you'll be able to see everything that's kind of swirling around. So yes, what is the potential outcome if Taurus takes some time away? Okay. 2. Page of Cups. New love, perhaps. All right. And the King of Pentacles. I feel like this could be also, the potential outcome here is I like it. It's kind of a new path with possibly some new love. That's a third cup card that we've gotten, and only the second pentacle. We have fourth cup card. We have 4 cup cards out here now. Fourth cup card. I really feel like this could be a way for you to find new love. New love doesn't necessarily mean a romantic relationship. This is also, it could also be a child. It could be getting in tune with your own inner child and that sort of thing. But we have it with the King of Pentacles, so I feel like these are 2 people, okay? But it also could just be you getting very in touch with your masculine side. I feel like, like I said earlier about you being too emotional about something that's really not something that should be thought of in that way. I feel like taking your time out of that situation, getting physical distance away from the 2 things that you're, not seeing and focusing too much on, helps rebalance that and brings out a little bit of this masculine energy for you. It makes you feel a little bit more safe and secure knowing what all is going on. But it could definitely be 2 people. It could be a love interest, or it could just be like a message of love from this King of Pentacles, however it applies to you. But I feel like it's more you embodying that masculine energy and being a little bit more stern is the word I heard, more, you know, more in tune with being in charge of yourself and kind of reining in those emotions and not thinking so much with your emotions and thinking a little bit more with your, you know, physical surroundings and what you want in your life physically. But yes, so that's what I kind of see for, you know, what you're working on, what the full moon is kind of bringing out for you, and what could be the potential outcome if you follow the advice of the cards. So I hope that this resonated. Please let me know in the comments if it did. Quick announcement. I did reach a milestone of 1,000 subscribers, which I'm so happy about, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. So please, I have a video with a little celebration and a little giveaway. If you hit my channel and scroll through down to the giveaway announcement, I'll be picking a winner on the full moon. So pretty soon here, if you're not watching this after the full moon, in that case, I've already picked a winner, and still subscribe because there will be more stuff like that coming up. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. My name is Melissa, and as always, have a blessed day.